Fate in a foreign land. The airport lounge was filled with the low hum of conversations, the clinking of coffee cups, and the occasional crackle of the intercom. Daniel sat near the large glass windows, staring at the planes taxiing on the runway. But his mind wasn't on the flight. It was on her. A few seats away, a woman sat with a book in her lap, her long fingers delicately tracing the edges of the pages. She wasn't reading, though, just lost in thought. Daniel wanted to talk to her, wanted to say something, anything.
Flight 103 to Santorini, now boarding.
The intercom crackled. He exhaled sharply, hesitated. Then, as if sensing his thoughts, the woman looked up. Their eyes met. The air between them shifted. Something magnetic and unspoken lingered in that gaze. Neither of them looked away. A connection formed, subtle yet undeniable. "Sir, this way, please," the attendant called again, snapping Daniel out of his trance. He swallowed, gave her a small, regretful smile, and turned toward the boarding gate. As he walked away, he could feel her gaze still on him. A chance reunion. Santorini welcomed them with its golden sunlight and the scent of salt in the air. Daniel was admiring the breathtaking view of whitewashed houses cascading down the cliffs when a familiar silhouette appeared at the edge of his vision. It was her. She was in his tour group. This time, when their eyes met, it wasn't just curiosity, it was recognition. A soft, knowing smile passed between them. They exchanged casual words, small talk about the island, the weather, the crisp taste of local wine. Nothing more, nothing deep, but the awareness lingered, hovering between them like a promise waiting to be spoken. The last day. By the final evening, Daniel knew he couldn't let the moment slip away again. He found her standing by the cliffs, watching the sun melt into the horizon. The light painted her skin in warm hues, her dark hair catching the wind.
Sunsets are overrated.
Excuse me?
They're predictable. The sun always sets.
She laughed softly, shaking her head.
That doesn't make them any less beautiful.
For a moment, silence stretched between them, but it wasn't empty. It was filled with things unsaid. He turned to her.
What happens after tonight?
She glanced at him, her smile tinged with something wistful.
I go home.
Daniel nodded. He wanted to ask for her number, to promise to meet again. But something about this moment felt too fragile for future plans. Instead, they spent the last few hours walking through the narrow streets, wandering into small shops, sharing stories, tasting local pastries, and laughing over silly souvenirs. At one point, as they passed a lively square, a street musician played a soft melody. Without thinking, Daniel took her hand and pulled her into a slow, playful dance under the twinkling lights. As the night deepened, they sat by the water, shoulders brushing. Neither spoke of the morning flight. Neither wanted to. At the airport, she turned to him.
Where are you headed after this?
Staying here a while. Business.
She nodded, her fingers tightening around the handle of her suitcase.
Then I guess this is it?
Daniel hesitated before extending his hand. She took it. A firm, warm squeeze. No promises. No exchanged numbers. Just a look that said, if things were different. She turned and walked away. Daniel stood there watching until she disappeared past security. Months passed. Sophia couldn't stop talking about him. Mia, her best friend, groaned dramatically.
You still don't know his last name? Come on, Sophia.
It doesn't matter. It was real.
Mia rolled her eyes.
All right, enough of this mystery man. My brother's finally back from abroad. I'm setting you up.
Mia, no.
He's been acting weird. Keeps saying he already has someone, but never shows proof. I think he's bluffing.
Maybe he's just private.
Nah, I think he's just making excuses. You two will get along. Just a casual dinner.
Fine.
Later that night, Sophia lounged on her bed, scrolling through her phone when Mia's call came in.
Hey, so my brother is being all mysterious again. He's on a business call, but I'm about to ambush him.
Ha ha ha, you're terrible.
Look, there he is.
Sophia squinted at the blurry screen, seeing only the back of a man sitting at a desk. talking on his laptop,
Wait, let me get closer.
Don't!
came a familiar male voice. Sophia's breath caught. That voice, Mia frowned.
Ugh, fine. Anyway, dinner's still on, okay?
Sophia nodded absently, her heart racing. Could it be the Destiny's play? The restaurant buzzed with soft jazz and quiet conversations. Sophia smoothed her dress, her fingers fidgeting on the napkin. Then she heard it. That voice. She turned, and there he was, Daniel. Equally stunned, he stared at her before breaking into a slow, disbelieving smile. Mia's jaw dropped.
Wait, you two know each other?
Sophie and Daniel exchanged a look, laughter bubbling up between them. Some things were simply meant to be.